ingredients you will need will be chicken bouillon, garlic powder, garlic and herb, some sazon Goya packet, el pato sauce, all-purpose flour, rice of choice, red potatoes or regular potatoes, an onion. It could be an onion of your choice, 5 eggs, and oil of your choice. Hi guys, so today I am going to show you how I make my chiles rellenos. Today I am making chiles rellenos for dinner. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So I already have pre-washed and cleaned my poblano peppers. You could get them at your local grocery store. And I got 6 of them. So this is a preheated skillet. I'm not really sure what the proper name for this is. And I'm just gonna place my peppers. And what we're doing is roasting them. We're gonna roast them. And this takes about, I want to say, a good 20 minutes to do. I'm gonna try to fit all of them in here because I don't have another one. So once they're all placed on the skillet, just let it sit for about 10 minutes each side. Just keep checking on them. You want them to be toasted or burnt a little. I don't know what the correct word it is for it, but that's what we're trying to achieve right now. So we're gonna let those sit for a while. So after about 10 minutes, this is what we're trying to achieve. So when they start looking like this, because you're supposed to keep an eye on them and keep checking on them, make sure you toss them over so then the other side looks just like this. So now we're gonna get started on some rice. I'm making some regular red rice. I'm gonna show you what you need to make my kind of rice. So this is the kind of rice we're gonna use. It's this kind, sazon Goya. I use 1 packet. Garlic powder, some salt, and I like to add a little bit of garlic and herb, just a little tiny bit to give it some flavor. With that being said, oh, and oil. You guys could use whatever oil. This is the oil I have right now. Usually I use virgin olive oil, but this is what I have at the moment. So we're gonna put that much of oil. So to be exact, I'm using 2 cups of rice. We're gonna get 2 and burn off all the starch. Once you start seeing it turn brown, you're gonna want to have 4 cups of water ready. And mine's about done, so I only use use about 3.5 cups. I only use about 3.5 cups of water. You will be able to see if you need more or not. Once that's done, I'm gonna pour in the packet of sazon. Mix it in. We're gonna add some salt and we're gonna eyeball it. Or you taste it, it's up to you. It's up to your taste buds. Add a little bit of garlic powder. Add a little bit of, I only add a little bit because I'm also gonna add the garlic and herb. And then I also forgot to mention, I will be adding chicken flavored bouillon. And this one I'm just gonna add, about half a tablespoon in here. I don't know if you can see it. That's what we're adding right there. Once all your spices are mixed in, then you cover it. Of course, it doesn't belong here, but this is what I have for now. So this is what we're using. So now let's check on our chiles while the rice is cooking. They're almost done. I just want this one to get a little bit more burnt. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not possible, and that's fine. So let's get that side a little bit longer. Okay, they're almost done. So once you had burned them, you want to put them in a container or inside a Ziploc bag for them to sweat out, and they'll be easier to peel off the burnt stuff off, and then you will get to start stuffing them for the next step. You're going to want to set apart your egg whites and your yolk. I did end up using 5 eggs and I separated them. So you would want to hold off on that until after you're done peeling all your peppers and prepping your stuffing. You can stuff it with ground beef, anything that you want to stuff it in with. It's good, it's your choice. I did end up using pepper jack cheese this day. Once you are done peeling all the burnt stuff off your peppers, you're going to want to stuff your peppers with your stuffing that you're going to use. You can use ground beef, you can use potatoes, beans, whatever it is. I did use pepper jack cheese this time. Once that is done, usually that's my first step, but today I forgot because I was in a rush. I did get my flour, my dipping flour ready for the deep frying part. I did use an all-purpose flour. I added salt and pepper to taste. Once that is done, I'm gonna get started on my egg whites mixture. So I don't know what the proper term for this part is, but I do know I get the egg whites separated from the yolk, and then I mix it until it's fluffy. Once that is done, I do add my yolks, and I try to keep the same consistency. The consistency you're trying to achieve is the mountain peaks term, I'm guessing. Once that is done, you're going to want to prep your peppers to dip them. And while I am doing this, I do have my pan with oil heating up so they're ready to go. So once that is ready to go, I am going to get started. And I usually have my pre-stuffed peppers with cheese, but at this time I am stuffing while I am dipping in the flour. So you want to get your pepper and you want to make a little opening on top, put the cheese in, turn it over on the flour mixture, and then in your eggs white mixture. Once that's done, you want to drop it in the boiling hot oil, and I'm gonna show you in a second how it should be looking like when it's ready. So I'm just repeating this step with all the peppers. You could also use toothpicks to hold it closed. I decided not to. Once you stuck your peppers to deep fry, you want them to look like this, golden brown on both sides. Once that's done, you want to put them on a separate dish. So moving on to the gravy I am going to use for my chile relleno. Some people don't make the gravy or salsa for this, but I do. I like some salsa always in my Mexican food. So I am going to use some chopped up mushrooms and some red potatoes and onions. So I do have some oil frying up on the stove. I am going to put the onion in there to simmer for a little while. Once that has simmered for a while, I am adding my mushrooms and potatoes to this, and I am gonna fry them up a little. Once it's fried up, I'm gonna add eventually the el pato sauce. Now we're checking up on our rice, and your rice should look like this once it's ready to go. You want all the water to be consumed. If your rice needs a little bit more water, you want to add a little bit more water. If it's looking dry, if not, then don't add any water and just let it sit aside. And this took about, I want to say, a good 20 minutes for it to be done. That's how I like my rice to be done. Once we got that going on, we're gonna pour in our salsa of choice. You are done. Right after pouring your salsa in, let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Check on the potatoes. Once they're soft, it's ready to be turned off and it's ready to eat. I was in a rush this day, so I didn't get to show you guys what it looks like on the dish, but you could also pour in the peppers in here for about 5 minutes. You could also serve it on a plate, on top of it, or on the side. It's really good. Let me know how you served it.